Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, so today we're going to look at a map that has been out a while, since January of last year, 2024. Now, it's a creator we have done once in the past on this channel, their one other map, and it did rather well. Although it was on a different format of the show where we had multiple maps on one show, so might be worth checking those out if you fancy sort of like just a little dip into some curiosities and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that was back in episode 1595. That map was called Monterey and it got 12 stars. Now, I think it might be very similar in style and caliber to the map we're looking at today, but being as it's a longer episode today, maybe I'll get a little bit of a more in-depth view of today's map, and I might be a little bit more critical, or a little bit more rewarding. You never know. You never know. What I do know is I want to be rewarded myself, and how could we do a little thing like that? That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Right, today's map is Crestford by Alex, not Captain Alex, or maybe it is Captain Alex and they haven't announced or maybe it's been demoted. I don't believe that's the case, so Captain Alex's word, whoa, and all of the rest, you know. Anyway, there's your height map. It's a valley with a coast and stuff. Okay, resources, fertile valley. It's a fertile valley. Of course, the snow in the mountains is oil, and the oil is snow, if you know what I mean. There's your fishing. If you've got Sunset Harbour, you want to do some fishing, a fishing map will look like that. And you start square. Lots of pre-built infrastructure in place, including the rail. Why wouldn't you want all of that? Okay, off to the workshop. Well, what do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Oh, there you go. April last year, not January. My bad. Anyway, we do have. It's quite light. We have a theme mix. That's the word I'm looking for. A theme mix, and a choice of different LUTs we could choose between. I've gone with the recommended, which I can't remember what it was. It was one of the relight ones suggested. It might even be suggested on this page. Let me have a little look-see. Maybe it's not. Anyway, that's what we're after there. Okay, that's all you need, and you can get going real quick and easy. Okay, down to ground level, we have highways. Of course, we have highways. They're nicely laid out. And say we have good, solid standards. Alex has given us good, solid standards. We've got a few of the classic memes of What's Map, as you will probably make out on the left-hand side, coming up now. No, I'm going to save that. Okay, those of you that like my singing, I'm going to save it. We have some very slick intersections. There's one there. Now, is that slick? I think that's slick, okay. And then this will take us down towards the start square. Snow on the mountains, which has been painted in with oil using, I believe this is almost certainly the Alps Dolomites. It was on the screen a few minutes ago, but I was too busy looking for a LUT. I didn't notice again. I recorded this footage a couple of days ago and I'm now doing the voiceover, so a little bit of it has fallen out of my head. Anyway, we have rail over roads, but in a slick way, so that's fine. I like the way that's been done. I was a little bit worried about Blue Mantle, and while there is a bit of distance Blue Mantle on the right there, as you get closer, it disappears. Intersection marking tool is in operation and very tidily done as well on the most part. There's your start square. On the most part, we'll talk about the intersection marking tool just a little bit later on, but again, slick intersections, tidy work, good access to the start square with a lot of traffic already running through it. You're going to have people moving in very, very early on in your build, I would suggest. The river, again, a well-wet river, and of course you're going to have an island in the river. You're going to have it looking just like that, aren't you? You want it to look just like that. The rail, again, nothing to complain about really, generally speaking, with the rail. We've got long straight lines, gentle curves, no real slopes there. We're not going up and over mountains or anything stupid like that. Just a good clean rail line, nothing overhanging the rail line either, just one meme. Just one meme. Can you guess what it is? It's been a while since we've had any memes, you know, it's been a while. It's that bridge we were looking at earlier. Anyway, we're heading down towards the harbour area, or I'm going to assume most players who play this map will have as a harbour area. You could put an airport down there, you could do anything. It's your map, you play it the way that you want to. But yeah, again, it just feels that it's set for a harbour area. As we've got rocks in the river here, you're not going to want ships coming up this way. So harbour definitely down on this little area heading down here. But what we've got is the railheads down here. We've got a nice slick looking bend, but we do have a bit of catenary chaos. Haven't seen catenary chaos for a while, including rail lines that just aren't quite the same level. Like if you have a look down here, just slightly different levels and they're just clipping through each other. It's minor, it's not game changing, and it's very easy to fix if you want to play the map yourself. No issues whatsoever, but in terms of scoring it for points and detail and stuff like that, we shouldn't point that out. Anyway, we do have shipping routes heading down towards that harbour area, but imagine a ship coming out from here. If you were then to come down to this point and want to go across the other side of the map, you're going to do a sharp right and head off, and it'll happen the same over this side as well. So you might get a little bit like here and hard right again. So it's possible that ships, you could be doing some, it'll be off in the distance. There won't be anything in the near view, so any screenshots won't look too stupid. But it's something that we should just point out, of course. Anyway, I'm liking the tree painting. Again, it's good basic but strong standards. Okay, we're not going to the next level, we're not feathering, it's just tidy. As you go up into the mountains, less up there, a little bit of snow up there as well. This one over here, again, you can't see it from within the map. I just point it out on the other side. It is pitch black. Okay, now it's not an issue, but just something you should be aware of, especially if you can do any terrain work on this map yourself. So anyway, there's that. Some nice views down over the river, and say good interesting terrain work. So maybe you could do some stuff in the hills. You have to do a little bit of terrain work to make it fit. Then of course we've got the fake fields. The fake fields with the fake field outlines. I like it. Again, sometimes it's just nodding to us, suggesting something, and suggesting something is often just enough, and I like it like that. The river is good. It's a little bit gloopy in places. Like we've got a little pinch point here, right there, just a bit narrow there, which is within the buildable area. And again, we just got one or two. It's not lumpy. We're not getting tidal waves or anything like that, but there are just some pinch points where it just doesn't feel like it's actually a flowing river. It's just a gloopy like there as well. That just doesn't quite feel right. That how it goes from narrow to wide. And it also looks deep. How's all that water get into there? Well, it's just a game. Nobody cares, but I should point it out. Anyway, here's that harbour area I was pointing out earlier. Plenty of space in there to do some stuff, including a couple of everybody's favourite factories. And the way they've been detailed is just fine. Just one next to the other, right by the rail. Sometimes you don't have to be clever. And that isn't clever. It doesn't need to be. It does not need to be. Now, talking about snow on the mountains, those mountains there are the same height as this mountain here. Why has this mountain not got snow on? Apart from the ones on the edge are meant to be background. But yeah, why have we not got snow on that mountain? And also, why is there no snow in there? It feels like there would be if you got snow on the other bits of there. So a bit of inconsistency with the resource painting. If we're talking about just being niggly, you know me, I like to have a little bit of a niggle. But anyway, yeah, I do like this island, and it works absolutely fine, and I just like the way that it helps to span the river as well. Good work there. And I like this intersection, the way that there's the size of that gap there between the two parts of the intersection just feels about the absolute minimum that you would want, and it works. It works. Intersection marking tool though, probably want to tone down the colour. Again, very easy to fix if you've got intersection marking tool, just to sort of like tone it down, narrow the line slightly, and they will fit just a little bit cleaner. That's all that is. And yeah, if we're just talking about little things here really, aren't we? No major problems with this map at all. it's a good, strong, solid map, and I'm glad I got to spend a bit more time on this one than I did on the Monterey map. But having had a look at the review on the Monterey map, I'm probably going to be a bit harsher on this map in terms of ratings than I was on that one. I gave that one 12 stars, and the seal of approval, compared to what it was up against, I mean, it was definitely the best map on that show. But this one, on a standalone, let me say, I like this map. It's nice, it's homely, it looks good, and I think that's the strongest point of this map, is it looks good. I can't go super high because obviously the snow is a little bit, but a medium low 4 is a good score. Detailing, again, it's absolutely fine. Okay, don't think any map that gets 3 stars is failing. It really isn't. Anything 2 stars and below, there are questions, but 3 stars is absolutely fine. I'm going to go with that. Middly high 3 stars for detailing, because there's a lot of good, strong standards in here. Just a few things stopping it from being worthy of the 4th star. And as for gameplay potential, I think it's pretty playable. One good solid city build on here. I'm going to go towards the top end of 3 stars for that. I think in terms of a 4th star, is there anything that would make me want to try this a different way? I don't think I'd want a second city build on here, which is the only reason why it doesn't get a 4th. But Crestford by Alex is a winner for me. And if you're looking for a solid map to build a city on, there's absolutely no reason why you would not choose this one. Well, I mean, there are many reasons why you choose not to. You know, you want to do a desert city or an archipelago. But no. Just a solid city build right there. That is what you've got. And that is it from me today. There will be another What's map coming along. I don't know when, but we'll start working on it as and when I can. And thanks to the BonBon Buddies for supporting the channel. You guys are the very, very best. See you very soon.